Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I am playing with the new Lancome Holiday Box. This is one of those things that I look forward to every single year. If you want to see last year's, I will link it for you here as well as the description box down below. But it's definitely something that is a great way to get a sampling of what a brand has to offer. One of these larger size kits with full size products. This year, the box from Lancome is $89 after an initial $42 or more purchase. So for my initial purchase, I picked up a couple of things. I picked up one of their Drama liquid liners, and then I picked up this set right here. This was $39. These are normally $30 a piece, and there's two full-size Mr. Big, and it's my favorite mascara. So I always stock up when they have a dual pack for like a great price. So between those two things, I was able to then purchase this box for $89. And inside the box, it's just chock full of some really fantastic things. We've got some makeup, we've got some skincare. It also comes with this little pink metallic train case. This is what it looks like on the inside. It's made of completely recycled polyester. I love this kind of metallic baby pink of it. I think it's really beautiful and it goes so well with the rest of the colors they chose for the holiday set. It says it has a value of $534 and comes with 8 full-size products. There is one product in here, and I'm assuming it's this one. It's their Regenery peptide cream that is, I think, a sample size. It looks like it's, going to be a decent size, but there's not a ton in here. I'm going to use everything that we have in the bag today and a few of the things that I picked up, but I'm going to start with this. This is the Genifique Ultimate Serum. It is a beautiful, lightweight serum that hydrates the skin. It has a subtle scent to it, and I feel like one dropper full is more than adequate. I'm doing a full dropper. Normally I wouldn't if I'm right out of the shower or I've just finished washing my face. I am today because it's been a while since I stepped out of the shower this morning, and I definitely want to rehydrate my face because I didn't put anything on knowing I was going to be filming today and that I had skincare to put on. Next thing we have is this cream. This is the Regenery 300 peptide cream, the HPN 300 peptide cream. This is only half an ounce. So I'm assuming this is the one item in here that is not full size. Because normally eye creams come in a 15 ml or 0.5 ounce, but a face cream usually is a 1 ounce. But I'm just going to lightly rub this in. This doesn't have a really heavy feel to it. I like that it definitely has that Lancome scent. Like, it definitely smells a little bit floral. If you're familiar with skincare from Lancome, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I like that it doesn't feel really heavy on the skin. My skin feels nice and hydrated. All right, other skincare items they have in here. One of my favorite things in the world, I always think of it as unicorn tears, like it can do anything, is the Lancome Bifacile. This is their dual phase makeup remover. A lot of times I use this when at the end of the day I can't get like a waterproof mascara off, or I'm using a gel liner and it's like, I live here now. I'm like, no, you don't. So I love that. If you also get stains on your lips from using like a lip stain or a liquid lipstick, that's really great at getting it off. All right, the other thing they've included is a full size of their Cream Radiance Cleanser. This is one that was included last year, as was the Bifacile and the Genifique, but they're just kind of staples in the Lancome line. That's the skincare that there is in this set. Let me take a few minutes to get the rest of my face on and we'll move into the makeup portion. For eyeshadow this year, they included the Idole Cafe Crush. I was so close to picking this up, and now I'm glad I didn't because it comes in this set. Now, if I had picked it up, I would have had a brand new one to give to a friend, but I really have been on the fence about whether I was going to pick this up. And when I saw it was coming in the set, I was over the moon. I've heard nothing but good reviews about this. So I'm going to throw this on today. I'm going to start with the lightest matte here. And I'm just going to put that in the crease. Wow, these are very pigmented. More pigmented than I expected. I'm going to use that same color on a slightly smaller brush and go right underneath the lash line on both eyes. I'm going to dip into this brown right here. It's a beautiful matte, and I'm going to use this to deepen the outside corner. just to give myself a little bit of depth. And then a little bit of that same color just on the outer third of my lower lash line. Wow, these metallic shades are so pretty. I'm using this one right here on the lid. I'm going to take a mostly clean brush and just start to blend this into the crease. I got it a little bit higher with my sausage fingers than I intended to. But I'm just going to take a minute to kind of blend it all together and to make sure that this dark shade that I have in the outside corner and the metallic on the lid and the initial kind of pale nude I put down all just kind of blend together. I'm going to use this shade right here as an inner corner highlight. I'm going to use the Lancome Drama Liquid Pencil. I have the shade Leading Lights. It's a really beautiful kind of greeny gold shade, and I'm going to use this to line my lids today. This is one of those items that I picked up to get to the $42 mark because the mascara alone, the duo of mascara, was $39. And oh, this is a really pretty color. It glides so well. I just finished curling my lashes and I'm going to throw on both the mascara primer and mascara that are in the set. There is the Seals Booster XL. This is the lash primer that I have been using for more than 20 years. I remember when this first came out and I fell in love with it. This is a great way to give a little extra volume and length to lashes. I think I have a backup tube right now in my mascara jar. I have a jar that's completely full of untouched mascaras. That's where my Monsieur Big is going to go so that I always have exactly what I want on hand. And I have another one of these in there. This is definitely one of the products that I like and I continue to buy from Lancome. I find that Lancome really does mascaras beautifully. I mean, I like their Flutter mascara. I love the Monsieur Big. I like the Idole mascara. They have so many great formulas. There's something for everyone. Now it's time to throw on the Lash Idole. This has a really great, slightly curved wand with little teeny tiny bristles on it. And those bristles are great for lengthening. They catch every single lash. You get some good volume out of this as well, but this does a lot better job on my lashes. I have kind of sad, short, downward pointing lashes, but I love the way that this kind of fans them out. That silicone molded brush is really great at separation and then at building length. We're down to just the last few things in the set. This is a 1/3 of an ounce of their fragrance La Vie Est Belle, and I love this fragrance. I actually have a 1 ounce of it in my bathroom, but I'm going to throw a little bit of this on for today. I love the way this stuff smells. It's so beautiful. It's got a lovely floral scent to it. And the last makeup item, this is so nostalgic. I remember when Juicy Tubes came out in the 90s and everyone had one. I feel like this is the precursor to all the balms and glosses we have in squeezy tubes now. This one is in the shade Spring Fling. I'm going to throw this on. Boy, I haven't had a Juicy Tubes in a long time. This is like the original really glossy lip gloss. It has just a very subtle scent to it, a little bit sweet. This is actually a little bit heavier on the lips. If you're looking for something that's a little bit lightweight, I would definitely recommend the new Lancome Juicy Treat. I feel like this is not quite as thick and quite as heavy as the Juicy Tubes, but if you are an old school kind of person and you love a nostalgic moment, definitely go for the Juicy Tubes. Let's talk about value. The box says it has a value of $534, and that includes 8 full-size items, 1 trial size, and the bag. And I went through and I went to the Lancome website and I pulled up the price for everything there was. Everything is available for purchase with the exception of 1 skincare item. So you can pick up this Idole Cafe Crush. This is $59. I love this. I love that they put an actual palette that they're selling in the set this year because in years past, I have not been as happy with the color selection. This right here is everything I want in an eyeshadow palette. It's got plenty of shades. It's got a big, lovely mirror in there. I like the way that it comes together. I like the packaging. I feel like I still have last year's here. This is last year's. It's okay, but some of these colors weren't as exciting. They weren't as metallic. They were a little on the dusty side. This is really a beautiful standout product, and I'm so glad they included it in this year's set. All right, the Genifique serum, the Ultimate Serum, is $89. So for the price of this, you get everything else included. The Bifacil is $36 for the 4.2 ounce. This is something that's interesting. The Cream Radiance is not, it's out of stock. So I wonder if they're trying to phase this out. But if you were going to pick up the Cream Radiance in this size, it's $39. This 1/3 of an ounce fragrance is $35. Here's that one product that is a promotional size. It's not a size you can actually purchase on the Lancome website. This Regenery Peptide Cream is normally sold in a 1 ounce size and then scales up from there, and it's $100 an ounce. So they're giving us $50 worth of cream here because you're getting half an ounce. I really like the way this feels, but $100 an ounce, that's kind of expensive. All right, $25 for the Nostalgic Juicy Tubes and $30 a piece for each of these mascara primer and the mascara. And that's everything. So totaled all together, it's $393 worth of value, which means their suggested retail value of $534. That leaves us with $141, kind of like, wait, where's the value of the $141? It certainly can't be in this. Although this is a lovely bag, I think will come in handy. I don't know that it's worth $141. I feel like they're inflating the price to make you feel like you're getting a good deal. Are you getting a good deal? I really think you are. You're getting 8 full-size products, and then you're getting a half an ounce of their peptide cream. I feel like they are giving you some beautiful things. For me, the standout, this is one of them. Love this. I always go through and use all of my Bifacil. Always use the mascaras and repurchase the mascaras. This is not my first serum that I reach for, but I do use it every single year. Also use this. It's not my favorite, but it gets me through the year. There's a lot of it in here. The one product that's in here that I really don't see myself reaching for as much is this, because I just had to take some time and wipe excess out of the corners. Now, I'm a chronic over applier. If you are not a chronic over applier like I am, you won't have that problem. There's nothing that I hate more than gloss that kind of puddles and settles into the corners, and then as I talk, kind of pulls and strings like some gooey cheese. There's nothing that I hate more than that. This is one of those old school formulas that is very thick, that is very occlusive, so your lips will stay hydrated and very shiny. But if you over apply it like I do, it may start to collect in the corners and get a little gooey. Just something to keep in mind. I like this. I don't love this. I do prefer their new Juicy Treat. Everything about this is beautiful. I really feel like Lancome has been turning the ship around. For so many years, they were releasing things that I just wasn't interested in. And this year they came out with stuff like I was on the verge of picking this up. So glad that they included it in the holiday set. One of the fragrances that I still have a full size of, I've always been a fan of the mascaras, but I feel like since then there has been some new things that are coming out that really have my attention, like the Juicy Treat lip product. There is a new liquid blush that kind of has my attention. I love the new powder that they came out with this year. Last year they had highlighters and bronzers. I really feel like Lancome is kind of revamping in such an interesting and beautiful way. It's finally catching my attention again, so I was so happy to get this box this year. Now, is it worth the $534? No. But you are getting a solid $400 worth of value out of here, because with all of the makeup and skincare at $393, I feel like this little bag is worth at least $7 to take it up to 400. I feel like this is probably worth a little bit more, but you're getting a solid $400 worth of value out of this. Now, ask yourself before you make this purchase, is there $42 worth of Lancome product that I want? For me, it was an easy yes. I'm really liking the color that I picked up in the Drama Liquid Pencil, and I had to have more of my favorite mascara. Now, if you are not somebody who is into Lancome and you're wondering what sort of thing could you purchase initially, think about, is there a fragrance that you might like? Is there a makeup product that you've been curious to try? But if you can't really say yes, I wouldn't spend the $42 on something you're not going to use just to spend an additional $89 on the box. Now, if you, like me, are a Lancome fan, I really have been rooting for the brand for a long time, and you have favorites, yeah, it's worth it. It's so, so worth it. And this is the first time in several years that I feel like the eyeshadows in here are top notch. They don't feel like a let's make something less expensive for the holiday set. It feels really lovely, really beautiful, and I can't wait to dip into it more. Thanks so much for watching today. Here's where I want to know, are you a Lancome fan? Do you have a favorite product or a favorite shade? Is there something that is just always calling you to try more and more from Lancome? I feel like I'm finally at the point where they're releasing things that are exciting to me. I can't wait to play in more of these things. Let me know if you're planning on picking up this holiday set for yourself or maybe as a gift for someone else. Thank you so, so much for making the time to watch today. I hope you have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.